And as a matter of fact, we do have updated news on Jake Retzlaff here in the last few minutes, Justin. I know you wrote about him a couple of days ago, but he put out a message announcing his departure from BYU. And according to the early reporting, he is going to withdraw and just go enroll at another school. And some of the details here about whether he could enter the portal or not is getting kind of confusing in the comments, but the point being he's leaving BYU and he is going to be withdrawing. So do you have any thoughts on Retzlaff and that latest update?
Yeah, I believe Pete Thamel reported this first, but it sounds like he's going the Xavier Lucas route. Yes. As the kid from Wisconsin that kind of, the Wisconsin wouldn't let him jump in the portal, so he withdrew and then enrolled at Miami. It rose a lot of questions about, what does the transfer portal actually mean? Again, different situation with the Retzlaff, but as I understand it, that's kind of the path that he's going to go. Unenrolling from BYU, then he probably ends up somewhere else. Look, it puts BYU in a tough spot. Now, I think they were going to be in that spot anyways because it sounds like he was going to be suspended if he returned. But not much experience behind him, certainly not in the BYU system. I think Tyler Bourget was a Western Michigan transfer who's been there a couple years and had some previous starting experience. McKay Hillstead had started previously at Utah State. And then Bear Bachmeyer, who's a true freshman, actually transferred in the spring window from Stanford. Really talented. His brother plays there at receiver. I think that they like his potential moving forward. But again, true freshman, and none of these guys have thrown, have started the game for BYU. And so for a team that was in the running for a Big 12 championship last year, and I think has a lot back and has a lot of positive momentum, now suddenly there's a big question mark. And on the other side of that, I'm curious to see where Retzlaff ends up, right? Like, he's going to be going to a place a couple weeks before fall camp starts. It's hard to imagine that, he's going to, have the time needed to kind of pick things up and ingrain himself as a quarterback there. But if he goes to a spot, it's hard to think of many power conference spots where he'd go in and start. But, wherever he lands, he's very talented. So I think it'll be interesting to see, like, how quickly he's able to get acclimated and if he can make an impact, whether it's the start of this year or at some point down the road.